Good morning, everyone. We are the Group 1. Our lesson this morning is all about Chapter 5, the tourism product. So our learning objectives, of course, is to define the tourism product, assess the tourism product, and last is assess the student at the end of the lesson. So the United Nations World Tourism Organization, or UNWTO, defines a tourism product as a mix of tangible and intangible elements. These include natural and cultural resources, man-made attractions, facilities, services, and activities. All these elements together create a comprehensive visitor experience, making up the complete tourism product. So we have here the different types of tourism activities. First is yung rural tourism. The UNWTO defines rural tourism as a form of tourism where the visitor experience involves a variety of activities typically connected to the countryside. These activities often include nature-based experience, agricultural practices, rural lifestyle, and culture, fishing, and sightseeing. Essentially, it focuses on engaging visitor with the natural and cultural aspect of rural areas. So next is gastronomy and wine tourism. Gastronomy and wine tourism refers to travel experiences centered around local food and drink. As global tourism grows and competition among destinations intensifies, the unique cultural heritage of a place, essentially its culinary traditions and wine production, becomes a key factor in attracting tourists. This distinctive local culture helps destinations stand out and appeal to visitors seeking authentic and memorable experiences. So, third one is mountain tourism. It involves visiting hills or mountains with unique landscapes, climate, wildlife, and local culture. It includes a range of outdoor leisure and sport activities, all within a distinct geographical area. We also have urban tourism. According to the UNWTO, involves tourism activities in cities characterized by non-agricultural economies like administration, manufacturing, trade and services, and serving as transport hubs. Cities offer diverse experiences, including cultural, architectural, technological, social, and natural attraction for both leisure and business travelers. Of course, the sport tourism. Tourism and sports are closely connected and support each other. Engaging in sport, whether professionally as amateur or for leisure, often requires traveling to various places to participate or watch events. Major sport events like the Olympic Games and football championship attract many tourists, enhancing the host destination's appeal and positively impacting its tourism image. And last, of course, is shopping tourism. Shopping tourism is becoming more important in the tourism industry. Shopping now significantly influences where people choose to travel. It's a crucial part of the overall travel experience, and sometimes it's the primary reason people choose to travel to a destination.
Concept and meaning of tourism product. Tourism is a collection of many related industries. These include hotels, which provide accommodation services to travelers. Next are airline. They offer transportation services for reaching destinations. Next are travel agency. They plan and organize travel itineraries and experiences. And lastly, there are trekking agency. They specialize in adventure travel, particularly hiking and trekking. Each of these components can offer individual products like a hotel room or a flight ticket, or they can work together to create a comprehensive travel experience, like a package tour that includes flights, hotel stays, and guided treks. A tourism product is also a composite offering designed to fulfill the needs and desire of tourists. It comprises various elements bundled together. These elements can include physical objects. This product is a tangible item such as souvenir, travel gear, or brochure. Next are services. These tourism products are intangible offerings like guided tours, hotel services, or transport. Next are personalities. This product can help you see famous individuals or local guides who add the value to the experience. Next is places. This product can offer to see or go to famous destinations like cities, national parks, or cultural heritage sites. Next are organizations, which are entities that facilitate travel such as tour operators or tourism boards. Last but not least are ideas like concepts or themes that attract tourists like ecotourism or cultural tourism.
Products and services. The tourism industry depends on variety of experiences and services to satisfy different customer interests. These experiences are unique and can't be standardized like regular products. They're special because they are stored as memories by tourists. For example, one person's visit Paris, but they might include seeing the Eiffel Tower and try French pastries like that, creating a unique memory for them. Also, there are three types of tourism products. The first is tourism-oriented products. These are products made for tourists, like if they're going to travel, uh, tour packages, attraction tickets, guided tours, and also souvenirs. The second one is residence-oriented products, or what we call ROP. These products are mainly for locals but can be enjoyed by tourists too, like local restaurants, community events, public services, and shops like that. Also, last but not the least, intangible products of tourism. These are experiences, services that you can touch but remember, like experiences, services quality, atmosphere, and memories.
For operators, to realize the facilities and experience a tourism product offers, services is required by skilled and qualified staff. Tour operators offer a range of products and services to facilitate travelers' experiences, whether they're planning a leisure vacation, adventure trip, corporate event, or group tour. Accommodation. Accommodation can refer to various contexts, but it generally entails providing lodging or a place to stay for individuals or groups. Different types of accommodation meet diverse travelers' needs. Services with skilled staff, self-catering options, budget-friendly hotels, guest houses for staff, and camping sites in scenic area for relaxation. Reservation. The tour operator is responsible for making reservations for special events or activities that tourists are interested in. Reservation is required in every place you want to acquire because it is less hassle to the staff and give them to more time to prepare. Guided tours are structured travel experiences led by knowledgeable guides who provide insights, information, and commentary on the destination visited. These tours offer a convenient way for travelers to explore new places, learn about local culture and history, and maximize their time and enjoyment during their trip. Tour guide have access to the place and explain the importance of the place and guide the participants through the entire visit. Transport facilities. Transport facilities play a critical role in facilitating travel and tourism by providing means for individuals to move from one to another location. These facilities encompass various modes of transportation, each offering unique advantages depending on factors such as distance, convenience, cost, and personal preference. dining facilities. Can book accommodation that provides dining facilities, or it can tie up with the local restaurants that offers free breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But if your tour package doesn't include the free meal, you need to pay that.
Tourism products are mainly service products or services that have several characteristics. Some of the characteristics are intangible, psychological, highly perishable, composite nature, and stable demand. Intangible. When you say intangible, it is services that provide tourists with an experience, interaction, advice, or other non-physical offering. Psychological. When you say psychological, it means a tourism product is offered to provide or offer certain level of satisfaction to the consumer or tourist. Highly perishable. If the products remain unused, the chances are lost. Composite nature. It is considered a composite product as the total of conscious tourist attractions, transport, and accommodation of an entertainment which results in customer satisfaction. Unstable demand. Unstable demand, it means seasonality, the economy, politics, and other variables affect demand and for tourism. These are the seasons of the year when demand is higher than the other times of services, like hotel reservations, job opportunities, the transportation system, etc., are under stress during these periods.
Now, for the next characteristic of tourism product, we also have fixed supply in the short run. It means that in tourism product, the consumer are the one who must get the product, and it will only increase if there's any increase in demand. Second, the absence of ownership is about services. We can only pay for the consumption of the services, but we cannot own the provider of the services. Third is heterogeneous or heterogeneity. This is about the services or a product that is not always the same. Some of the example of heterogeneous is flight delays. Not all flights are on time. You can also encounter flight delays when there is inclement weather or other problems that it might be. Fourth is risky. Risky in tourism is about different events that we can encounter, such as natural disaster, terrorism, and epidemics. Lastly is marketable. Marketable is about marketing your product or your services to a consumer.
Tourism and travel-related service. Tourism and travel-related service are crucial for World Trade Organization, members contributing significantly to employment, GDP, and foreign exchange. These services are labor incentive and closely interconnected with sectors like transportation, culture, finance, and insurance, making them vital components of national economies. Their impact extends beyond economic growth, fostering cultural exchange, promoting creativity, and enhancing global connectivity.
Characteristics of the tourism industry. First, perishability. In the tourism industry, perishability refers to the fact that tourism services, such as hotel rooms, airline seats, or tour packages, cannot be stored or inventoried for future sales. Once a specific time period has passed, the opportunity to sell that service is lost forever. Second, inconsistency. In the tourism industry, inconsistency refers to constantly changing in the quality of services and experiences offered to travelers. This variation can stem from factors like differing standards, changing demands, or variation in the staff performance. Addressing satisfaction and maintain a positive reputation. Third, investment and immobility. Investment and mobility in the tourism involve significant financial commitments to develop fixed assets such as hotels and attractions, which are not easily movable. This mobility necessitates careful planning and market analysis to ensure profitable returns on investments. Fourth, people-oriented. People-oriented emphasizes a focus on meeting the needs and preferences of travelers, prioritizing customer satisfaction and delivering personalized experiences. This approach recognizes the central role of people, both tourists and service providers, in shaping the success of tourism business.
Inseparability. When we say inseparability, it is particularly relevant in the context of services. It refers to the idea that the production and consumption of services are intertwined and cannot be separated from each other. Unlike tangible goods that can be produced and then sold or consumed at a later time, services are created and consumed simultaneously. Intangibility is a key characteristic of services that sets them apart from tangible goods. It refers to the quality of not being able to be touched, seen, tasted, smelled, or heard before they are consumed. Unlike physical products that can be inspected and evaluated based on their tangible attributes, services are intangible and cannot be perceived through the traditional senses. Inflexibility refers to the limited ability of services to be modified or customized once they have been produced or delivered. Unlike tangible goods that can be stored, adjusted, or modified before they are sold, services are often produced and consumed in real time, making them less adaptable to changes or modification after the fact. Imitability refers to the degree of difficulty for competitors to replicate or imitate a firm's competitive advantage or unique capabilities. It is a measure of how easily a firm's resources, capabilities, or strategic advantages can be copied or reproduced by other firms in the industry.
According to the United Nations World Tourism Organization, tourism entails the movement of people to countries or places outside their usual environment for personal, business, or professional purposes. The purpose of their trip can be business, leisure, or personal reasons. For example, most companies require their employees to plan and carry out business travel to achieve various objectives like sales, service, training, event participation, and project-related work. It provides opportunities and explore new market. There are three basic forms of tourism. The first is the domestic tourism. Domestic tourism refers to the travel of individuals or groups within their own country for recreational, leisure, or business purposes. For example, a Filipino visiting other parts of the Philippines. The second is the inbound tourism. According to the World Tourism Organization, the inbound tourism is the activities of the visitor traveling to a place outside his usual environment. For example, a Filipino visiting Japan. And the last is the outbound tourism. Comprises the activities of residents of a given country traveling to and staying in places outside their country of residence and outside their usual environment for not more than 12 consecutive months for leisure, businesses, and other purposes. Example is the Filipino visiting overseas country.
The travel serves as a middleman between travelers and various tourism offerings, leveraging its purchasing power. Despite the internet's growth, it remains crucial, especially for intricate or long-distance travel plans.
There are various reasons why we visit tourism. First, leisure tourism refers to travel undertaken for pleasure, relaxation, and recreation purposes, rather than for business or other obligations. The activities such as sightseeing, beach, vacation, and adventure tourism. Second, cultural tourism involves traveling to experience the culture, heritage, arts, and tradition of a particular destination. This can include visiting historical sites, museums, attending cultural events to try local cuisine, and interacting with local communities to learn about their way of their life.
Next, we have here the religious tourism. Pilgrimage tourism, also known as spiritual tourism, involves individual or groups traveling for pilgrimage with the Hajj pilgrimage being the largest mass religious tourism. Modern tourism visits holy cities and sites worldwide. So it provides an opportunity for the faithful to fulfill religious obligations, seek spiritual growth, or pay homage. Pilgrimage often includes rituals, prayers, and other religious activities. And next is the family tourism. Family tourism involves family members participating in various tourism activities, includes visiting relatives and friends, and often includes visiting tourist attraction is and around the city. So this type of tourism often includes a mix of leisure, recreation, and educational activities suitable for various age groups. Family tourism promotes bonding and creates shared experiences and memories.
Now next is health tourism. It also called medical tourism, involves traveling to another country for medical care. People have been traveling for centuries to improve their health and stamina. Nowadays, many travel long distance to exotic location or specialized healthcare facilities in other countries for treatment and care. While for treatment and care, while this practice is not new, it has become more popular recently. Health tourism can involve like change of climate, alternative therapy, and medical treatment. In changed climate, they traveling to a place with the different climate that may be better for health. And in alternative therapy, they seeking treatments like Ayurvedic medicine, hot sulfur spring, naturopathy, and wellness programs. In medical treatment, they undergoing surgeries, dental procedures, or other medical treatment. In summary, health tourism combines medical care with the benefits of travel and relaxation.
Sports tourism. Sports tourism helps to create exposure and enhance a positive image for the local community. Many sports tourism infrastructures and facilities can also be used by members of the host community and has potential to attract high-yield visitors. It can provide opportunity to the local people and develop new infrastructure in the area. The next one is adventure sports tourism. It's a package of recreation, enjoyment, and education. It has various forms which can be broadly categorized as land adventure, water adventure, and aerial adventure.
Educational tourism. Educational tourism focuses on learning and technical competence outside classrooms involving students, exchange programs, study tours, specialized lectures, and research trips to explore different culture. So it means educational tourism is a type of activities that combines travel and also learning experiences. And it involves individual or groups to traveling and to different locations to gain more knowledge and skills. There's a variety of activities such as attending educational courses, participating in cultural exchange program, and also visiting historical places or sites, engaging in scientific research, and experiencing new cultures in the first hand. So next is the business tourism. The business traveler's main motive for travel is work. So in this part, business tourism is also known as the business travel or corporate tourism that involves travel for work-related purposes. This type of tourism includes meetings, conferences, exhibitions, trade shows, and also corporate events. The last one is alternative forms of tourism. So what is alternative forms of tourism? Alternative forms of tourism is also known as special interest. Tourism focuses on establishing a personal relationship with the local communities, focuses on preserve natural environment, authentic atmosphere, cuisine, and local traditions, and is considered a key to sustainable development. So in this part, it encompasses niche travel experiences that differ from mainstream tourism. These forms often focus on sustainability, cultural immersion, and unique activities. So I have two examples of alternative forms of tourism. So first is the ecotourism, responsible to travel natural areas that conserve the environment, sustains the well-being of the local people, and involves interpretation and educations. And the last one example is food tourism. This food tourism is traveling to a destination to try some food of the region and experience the service, entertainment, and drinks, if any.
So that's it for today, guys. We hope you learned something from us. Thank you so much for listening.